Hi, my name is Peter Eastman. I am the Tree Shrub Buyer with Al's Garden and Home, and I'm here for the July edition of Garden Gab, and I'm here with a special guest. This is Carla from Espoma Fertilizers. Welcome, Carla.
Thanks, Peter. Yeah, I'm here for the day, and we're standing in front of the Al's famous or infamous rainbow wall. Very Instagrammable. You've probably seen me in front of it before. So I'm really excited to be here and talk to you about all kinds of different fertilization during the summer months. So we need to talk about maintenance and how we upkeep our plants throughout the hot times.
Yeah, you've spent all spring working hard. You bought your flowers, you bought your vegetables, you've got them in the ground, they're doing great. So how do we maintain all those plants and all that investment that you made? So join us as we take kind of a walk around the nursery. We're going to go to several sections, edibles, flowers, and we're going to talk about specific fertilizers for each different kind of plants you have in your garden.
So come with us.
So now we're standing in the edible section, and specifically we're right in front of the tomato table here, and we're going to talk about what are some great fertilizers from Espoma that we can use on our edibles to make sure that they're producing all season long.
Yeah, I think what's really important is a lot of people will go in and, like you said, it's an investment. You know, you want to make sure that you've, planted it, got it going, but you want to get fruit now. You want to get vegetables now. It's like us, when we're taking our multivitamin and we're making sure, we're maintaining our system and doing everything right, we want to do the same thing with our vegetables. So as far as tomatoes and anything flowering, your nightshades, this whole entire table, you'll see tomato tone on the table. So the difference between tomato tone and why you want to use it is it has increased calcium.
Yes.
So what are the big questions that we get? Oh, I've got a tomato, it's got a little brown bottom on it, it's got blossom end rot, which we know is a calcium deficiency. Yep. So you'll see both lime and tomato tone on the table, which means use them both to make sure that you have enough calcium. Our pHs are usually really high, so it's kind of a locked up nutrient. So again, what we're going to do is keep applying through the heat of the season to make sure that we have tomatoes, whether we have a determinate or indeterminate, we want to make sure that we have as many tomatoes as we can get.
Yes, yes. Carla, what about just like our regular vegetables like lettuce or basil or, peas, all that kind of stuff? What are we going to, beans, what are we going to use?
Yeah, we have Garden Tone. So this one, again, is formulated in a different way just to make sure that your other vegetables are living their best life, as I call it. And this also has calcium in it because all plants benefit from calcium. It's just this doesn't have as much calcium as the tomato tone does to use on things that, like you said, that flower.
Right.
So you're going to be able to use this on all of your herbs and all of your non-flowering vegetables, and it is a great all-purpose garden fertilizer, and you can find it in 4-pound and 18-pound, the same as the other fertilizer.
This is my go-to fertilizer for my vegetable gardens in the summer. I really like it. It's kind of all-purpose, but what I really like about it is this is an all-organic fertilizer, as all the Espomas are. And so what does that mean? That means they feed for a really long period of time, and so you don't have to put it down as often as you would a synthetic fertilizer. Plus they're softer, there's no way you're going to burn with it, right? Now, so it's just a great fertilizer. Yes. And I would recommend every 3 to 4 weeks you're putting this down in your vegetables, because your vegetables are heavy feeders for a reason. You're trying to get in them big and plump and as big as they can be in a fairly short amount of time.
Absolutely. I think that's the biggest concern with fertilization in general is am I going to burn my plant? And rest assured that when you're using Espoma products that you're going to feed your plants, you're feeding the soil with the microbes that are in there that are helping you, do all the good things that you need to do, but there's no leftovers, there's no salts, there's nothing that's going to harm anything or create runoff that's going to harm our environment. So those are the things, just rest assured that you're safe. People, pets, planet is the way we like to say it, and everybody's good, but at the same time, like you said, you're feeding your plants and your soil. So Peter, what do you think? Should we head over to the roses?
Yeah, let's
do
go to
it.
the roses. Now we're in the rose section, one of the most popular shrubs we sell here at Al's, and for good measure, everybody loves blooming roses. So what is your recommendation for rose fertilizer?
Yeah, so we have formulated a rose fertilizer. It's called Rose Tone, following the Tone family of products we have at Espoma. You know, it's really important that you go in and make sure that you're feeding your roses on a regular basis, because number one, you know, it's formulated to make sure that you're keeping your nice green growth. It's formulated to promote flowers, which of course is the favorite part of the rose. And then we're also putting the microbes into the fertilizer as well. So then we suppress things that roses are really kind of famous for,
like
which is diseases. So that helps cut down on diseases as well. So again, you know, the hot summer months when your rose might be struggling because they're not getting enough water, or maybe they've had a couple bouts of, you know, diseases or insects. We want to make sure that we're giving them everything they need, you know, to make it through all those tough spots. And really that's what this fertilizer is formulated to do.
Probably done your spring fertilizer application, because we recommend people in April, when you've got full set of leaves on your roses, to get that fertilizer down. They're fabulous. They're probably looking absolutely gorgeous, or they might be just done with what we call our June bloom. So now it's critical time to do a second application of that rose food so that your roses are going to bloom all through the summer months. Now we're going to go hit the perennial section, which is one of my favorite sections of the store.
Me too.
Right? We made our way over to the gorgeous perennial section, you know, and this perennials are your summer go-to huge pollinator plants. They do a bulk of attracting your pollinators. In fact, I got a little pollinated myself here. We're touching one of these lilies, but yeah, this is our favorite section here. So what kind of fertilizers are we going to talk about for keeping our perennials going all summer long?
Yeah, so we're going to talk about flower tone. And yes, I mean, look at this display. I mean, it is amazing. And nothing says hot July weather like hot colored perennials. So, you know, it's important again to make sure that we keep our perennials blooming. Of course, they all have a window where they bloom, but, you know, how can we get them so they're in the best conditions that they can be to be able to keep up with the summer heat, keep up with drought, you know, all those things. And as you know, I mean, perennials are very versatile. They can be used in the landscape, they can be used in containers. So, you know, again, what we're just making sure is they have all the food that they need to make sure that they are just summer ready.
I'm a big tropical guy, like lots of tropicals, and a lot of times I grow them more for the leaves and the foliage than I do for the flowers. For instance, bananas and the phormiums, you know, lots of foliage, but they don't necessarily have flowers. So what's the best fertilizer for that?
So Peter, I'm so glad you brought that up, because that speaks to me. I have heavy shade, so I'm more foliage forward than I am flower forward in my garden. Also lots of containers. So again, you can use this in containers, you can use this in the ground, but I use Plant Tone. It's got a high nitrogen, so you're making sure your leaves and the greenness of all your structure is great.
Lots of growth, yeah.
Your P and K is still there, your calcium, and of course all your beneficial microbes are still in the package. So it's a go-to. It's our all-purpose fertilizer that really, that person that wants to walk out with one bag and is really unsure of, you know, which way they want to go. Maybe they have more, you know, leaves than they do flowers. It's the perfect all-around fertilizer.
Awesome, great. And also, I just wanted to mention too, we do carry all of these fertilizers we talked about in this great little 4-pound bag. But for all of us that have you know, a lot of flowers to feed and a lot of plants to feed, we also have these great 18-pound bags. They're, you know, economical, good price point on these. So don't forget, we also carry them in a bigger size. Hey, well, Carla, I'm going to go talk about annuals, but I know you want to get out of this heat, and you got things to do today, I'm sure.
I got things to do. I got a date with an air conditioner, I'm just telling you. So I really appreciate you allowing me to be on Garden Gab, and we hope to see you in the store. So thank you from Espoma.
All right, we're here in the annual section, and while Carla cools it in the AC, we're out here in the hot July sun, but we're talking about these hot colors. I mean, look at all these riots of colors, and that's why we plant annuals. They only last a season, but boy, the amount of color they give you in one season is fantastic. And what are the secrets to making sure your annuals, whether they're in hanging baskets like the one behind me, or or they're in containers on your patio, what are the secrets to keeping them colorful all season? 2 things: fertilizing You want to make sure you maintain fertilizer on them. This is your go-to fertilizer. This is our water-soluble Al's fertilizer. This is what's going to keep those hanging baskets looking beautiful all summer long. There's easy instructions on here. You mix it with water. Pick a day of the week. Sunday's my fertilizer day. Every time when you go to water your flowers, which you're going to be watering every day anyway, on Sundays, you're just going to add 2 tablespoons per gallon of this. It's going to keep those flowers looking great all season long. Now, if that's a little too much trouble for you, the other thing you can do, this is my go-to, this is a slow release. This is not a liquid fertilizer. This is a granular fertilizer. You put it around the edge, inside edge of the pots. Same thing with the hanging baskets. If it's in the ground, you just put it right around the root zone. This is a slow release fertilizer. It's going to fertilize for 8 weeks. So 2 applications of this a season and you've fertilized your annuals all summer long. Every time it waters, it's going to fertilize your flowers. Great formulation. I've got 2 formulations. This one's the all natural organic. I also have a synthetic one. They're both great. Again, 2 applications is all you need all summer long for fertilization. Now your other secret to keeping your annuals looking great is you want to make sure you're deadheading. So when you get those dead flowers, you want to make sure that you're clipping them off. That tells the plant to keep sending flowers off. If you don't deadhead and you leave those flowers on, they're going to want to go to seed and it's going to tell the plant, oh, I'm done, I'm going to seed, no more flowers. So that's the second secret. So fertilize your annuals and deadheading. That's the 2 secrets to keeping those looking beautiful all summer long. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out with us for the July edition of Garden Gab, and I especially want to thank Carla from Espoma for coming out and spending some time and showing us some of the great products that the Espoma fertilizers brand has. Also, come on in. July is a great time. We got lots of stuff in bloom, hydrangeas, roses, lots of annuals. We still got baskets. So come in. See us. If you've got questions from watching this video, find a purple person. We'd be happy to answer all your questions, whether it be from watering or fertilizing or whatever. But everybody, happy gardening. Let's talk about
You were like too fast.
I was? Okay.
Too much talking. You don't have to all the way down. There you go.
All right, now welcome back. We're all in the perennial section here. Don't say that.
We're not doing like commercial break.
Welcome back.
This isn't televised?
Yeah.
Check it out. Okay. So come and go ahead and come on in. Come visit us. We got lots of plants. We got lots of. I lost it.
All right.
No, that's not gonna work either.
You have to just jump around a little bit.